Hi, I'm Don, and this is the Hobbyist Geek. Welcome back, y'all. Today, finally, Agora Models, while significantly late, has finally shipped Pack 6 of the Optimus Prime build, and this is a massive box. I don't know what's in it. I can't wait to find out. And the good news is, with Pack 6, since it was so late, they actually shipped Pack 7 as well. So we're not going to actually be doing both of them in this video. Sorry guys, you're going to have to wait a week before we get to Pack 7. But we can get Pack 6 done today. So let's get this box open and see what's inside. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this thing open and see what we have this week. There we go. All right, this is a heavy box, by the way. Whatever it is, it's got to be a lot of metal in here. Oh, look at this. Woof. I think these are like solid metal. This kind of looks like his feet. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, there is a lot of metal in here. We got some wiring, so definitely got some lights. And let's pull this thing out. Whoa. All right, yeah. When you're carrying this thing, be careful, man. This is some heavy stuff here, and we've got some LEDs down in here. Look at that! Look at those LEDs. That's awesome. And a couple of wires. And yep, sure enough, man. That is some metal right there. It's definitely looks like some feet. It could be wrong, but it actually kind of looks like we've got both feet. So maybe we're building the legs simultaneously, unlike the arms where we did one after the other. Maybe we're doing both legs at the same time. I don't know. Let me go ahead and pull the instructions up. They're digital once again, and see what we do first. Okay, the first thing we're going to do here is test the electronics. So we've got parts 22 and 23 here, as well as part 28. This is a new circuit board for testing that is included with this pack. So we'll take the battery pack from pack 1, if I remember right. We'll plug that thing in. The cables are identical on both ends, so it doesn't matter which direction. We'll get that thing plugged in here. And then we'll take this and we will plug it in here. And if all goes well, yay, look at that. We got light. All right. Let's pull this out. We'll test the other one. And look at that, 2 for 2. How awesome is that? Well, now that we know the electronics work, we can start assembling the model. Okay, we're gonna kick things off here with parts 1 and 4. And we're gonna duplicate this. We're definitely doing 2 different feet here. So we take part 4 here. You can see there are 4 pins on the back, and they're gonna match up with these 4 holes here. Make sure this little silver bit there is facing upwards. So it should just slide on like that. And everything will line up nice and neat. You got 4 holes right there. And we're gonna be using the PWM 2x6 screws to hold it in place. 4 of them, and we're gonna replicate that for the other foot. And there we go. 2 toes completed. Okay, here we're going to be doing basically the same thing on both feet again, but slight differentiation in terms of the orientation. And that would be these parts right here. When done, they will look like this. So we're going to have the lights on the outside, and this lip will be facing up on both to make the right and left feet. We're going to start with the right foot here, and what we've got is TR19, TR20, TR17. This will be part 12, and I seem to be missing a piece 23. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Oh wait, that's stupid. This should be 23. So we'll take the cable off here. There we go. That way we've got our LEDs. We can do that on both sides as well. And there we go. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to take 12 here. We'll take 19, which is the red, and I don't know if this is showing up, but there's actually a little bit of a lip here, and that lip is going to go towards the inside. So we put the red on top and the yellow on the bottom, just like that. Then we're going to take 17 here, and we're going to line it up just like this so that it fits nice and neat. And then we're going to take 23, and this one is going to be a little more fun. There's a little pin right here, a little pin that's going to go into this smaller hole, just like so. And what we're going to do here, we're going to take 2 of these PB 2.3x6 screws. We're going to hold all this together. So one goes right here in the middle. Just get that started real quick. And the other one is going to go right here. Nice and neat to hold it all in place. Make sure that the pin that's on here also doesn't come out like mine just did. See if I can get that thing back in there. Hey, there it goes. And then we tighten everything up. All right. Well, this is assembled. I'm not sure I like the way this is going together though. This right here is got some leeway to it, so there's likely to be a little bit of a light bleed through there. I tried loosening this up, but when you do, the whole thing is ready to pop off, so it's got to be tight like this, but it doesn't want to stay down. Now I suppose you can glue it if you want. I'm not going to, at least for now. We'll see how it goes. Does rattle a little bit though. Yeah, see, if this was in tight, there's very little rattle, but well, it is the way it was built. So not a lot we can do there. And basically these 2 posts go with those 2 holes. This whole thing can just slide right in. Let's see, does it go on top? No, that think it goes inside. Yeah, there we go. Looks like it goes right inside just like that. Lines up, and you're going to be using the PWM 2.6 screws to hold that assembly in place. All right, so when all is said and done, you got something that looks like this. You got your electronics right here on the back. And now we just repeat all of that for this foot. All right, and here you are. This is what it will look like with both pieces assembled. Glue is not actually necessary. There's a little fin inside there. I don't think I can show you. It's pretty dark in there. But that little fin actually holds this in place, so you don't need to glue it. It does have some additional support, so that's actually wonderful. And now we've got both of these pieces completed, and we can move on to the next stage. Okay, next up's nice and easy. We've got these part 15 here, we've got part 14 here. Two 15s go into one 14. There's this giant peg right here, and it's going to go into the hole just like that. Line it up nice and neat, and we use a PB 2.3 by 6 screw to hold it in place. And effectively we're going to do this 4 times, 2 on this piece and 2 on that piece. Okay, and here we go. We've got 2 identical pieces. I don't know exactly where these are going to go, but this seems like it might have been a missed opportunity to put some extra lights in, because that would have been cool. Have these things light up. But like I said, don't know exactly where they're going to go. We will find out as we continue the build. Okay, so we're going to take a little break here because I want to show something about these packs. These 2 packs here are almost identical. Almost, but the differences are enough that it's going to throw the whole build off if you get them messed up. Now, the easiest way to tell which is by looking up at these pieces here. So if you come on in, real close, you can see there's an R on that one. And on this one, there is a little L. That means left foot, right foot. It's important that you know which foot you're working on at any given time so that you don't get everything confused. What's more is the way they've been building these so far has actually been kind of reversed. So this is going to be the left foot and this is going to be the right foot, with these on the inside, with the lights on the inside like that. So make sure that you've got your parts matched up appropriately before you begin building the next step. And the next series of steps is actually all going to focus on the left foot. So I'll go ahead and get those parts out and we'll start that portion of the build. All right, for this next bit, we're just going to take part 5 and part 7 here. We're just going to slot them together kind of like this. Okay, so that it all lines up nice and neat. You got 4 holes and they line up just right. And what we're going to do is use 4 of these PM 3.8 bolts here and 4 of the washers in those 4 holes to hold it in place. And there you go. Should look like that when you're done. All right, next up, we're gonna take part 21 here and we're gonna slide it in. Now it is keyed. I don't know if you can see that, but there are 2 flat sides. So it will slide in nice and neat. And that's as far as it goes. We're only bolting in the bottom part for now. And there's a hole on each side. And we're gonna be using the 3.8 bolts and the washers once again, 1 on each side. All right, how beautiful is that? All right, next up, we're gonna be taking part 9 here, and we're gonna throw it on. Now, this one has this little lip right there, okay? It is very important that you get the orientation of this part just right. And it should go on like so, with that lip facing the outer edge and towards the bottom, just like this. And we're gonna be using those 3.8 screws, or bolts I should say, with the washers on either side. And there you go. And remember, that orientation of this part is key. If you don't have it in right, you're not gonna be able to assemble this properly. All right, next up, we're gonna take part 3 here and part 16, or one of them. There's actually 3 of these in this particular set. We're gonna put 16 right in here, just like that, nice and neat. And then we're gonna flip this puppy around, line her up with these 4 posts, just like this. And we're gonna be using 4 more of these 3x8 screws with the washers to hold it in place. All right, look at that. How awesome is that? Man, unless I'm mistaken, this is gonna be the bottom of the foot. And look at all this detail right here on the bottom. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not the bottom. I'm sure we will find out as time goes on, but for now, we can move on to the next stage. All right, now we're gonna take this cable. This is part 22, and we are gonna whip it through here and basically drag it along to the front. Something like this. There is a lot of slack to go on both ends, so we should be okay. And then we're gonna take part 10 here, and we've got 4 posts here in the center, and those are gonna go right on. Yeah. Just like this. Boom, there we go. Just like this. So we've got cable coming out front here and the cable coming out the back. And we're gonna use 4 more of the 2.3x6 screws to go in there. And there you have it. That is now assembled, and you've got your cable strung through here fairly nicely. All right, next up, we're gonna be taking the other 2 of these part 16 pieces, as well as part 2 here. I'm gonna slide these 16s on there, just like this. You got these 4 posts. That is gonna go with those 4 holes right there. Make sure this comes in straight down the middle. And we're gonna use 4 more of these 3x8 bolts with the washers to hold it in place. And there you go, look at that. And yeah, more detail here on the bottom of the foot. I don't know how many people are gonna see it, but it's there, and that's awesome. Okay, y'all, here's where things are gonna get a little weird. Up till now, we've been using the L pieces. There's even a little L right there that you can see. So that would indicate this would be the left foot. However, the instructions very, very clearly indicate we're gonna be using this toe, which is the right foot, I think. No, it's not. This is the left foot. Man, I am an idiot. I cannot get my right and left correct. No, this is the left one. So it's the piece where the plug here is closer to the center. If you take a look at the other one, you see how this plug is on the edge and this one's closer in the center. We're going to be using the one where it's in the center. This right here. This is definitely the left foot, or left toe, I should say. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece that's coming out the front, the cable. We're going to plug it in. All right. Now, slowly drag this back to get the slack out. Okay. And we're going to line this thing up with the bottom of the foot here. Just like this. And there are 4 holes right there. And we're going to be using the 3.8 bolts with the washers, just like we have all these other times. So let's go ahead and do that. And there we go. Everything nice and assembled. And at this point, it would probably be a good idea to test those LEDs once more, just to make sure you didn't pull anything loose. All right, look at that. How awesome is that? That is incredible. Don't know how well that's showing up, but that looks great. So we'll go ahead and pull this. Here we go. Lights are off. We are good to go for the next step. All right, next up, we're gonna take part 6 here in this beautiful piece. And we're gonna take this piece that we previously assembled. We're just gonna throw them together just like this. Nothing big, and we're gonna use the PWM 2x6 screws to hold it in place. And if you want, you can actually do both of these right now. So you can do the right and left foot right now because they're going to be identical. And there you have it. I'm gonna go ahead and assemble the other one right now just to get it out of the way, and then we can move on. All right, there you go. And last but not least, for this foot, we're gonna take this assembly, we're gonna put it on here, make sure that you don't pinch the cable, and you can see we've got 4 posts, we've got 4 holes. Should all line up nice and neat. And then we use the PM 3.12 screws. These are the longer bolts to hold it in place. So let me go ahead and get this thing on here. And there you go. And that completes the assembly of the left foot. Now this thing does look good. One thing I noticed right off the bat, there is 0 motion in the toe. There's no way to bend this up. That is going to make it a lot more difficult to get him into those wonderful action poses. But there's clearly a hinge here for some ankle movement. So, you know, we've got that. And it's entirely possible that they couldn't because of the weight of the entire thing together, and it was just a stability issue, but it would have been nice to have a little rotation here in the toe. Other than that though, this does look great. I love the lights here. And now I'm gonna do a speed build for the rest of this because we're just gonna duplicate everything we just did, but for the right foot. So I will go ahead and take care of that and see you guys at the end of the video. And here we are, 2 whole feet. Woo! I tested the lights on both. They are still good to go. The right foot is just as complicated and awesome as the left. Look at the size of this thing. This is huge, and it's very, very heavy. I mean, obviously it's all the metal that's in there, but still, this is incredible. And the best part about this incredible, awesome, amazing part of the build, not one drop of glue. Not one. The whole thing went together with screws, and I love it. I love it. Anyway, that is all we've got for today. I am really looking forward to pack 7, which will be coming shortly. If you liked the video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.